What is going on, Rundown Nation? Welcome to episode 56. Time flies when you're having fun. Can't believe we are on 56. Anyways, welcome to the Rundown. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Tonight, I may be running solo. Chris Cousins is recovering in the hospital still, so we wish him the best and get better soon, Chris. We can't wait for you to get back. Commissioner Duncan is supposed to be in at some point to join me as a co-host, so we'll look forward to him. But if you're not watching, sharing, or subscribing, you should be doing all those. Remember, it helps us. Also, please remember to send us your flyers, game clips, etc., so we can use them for the show. I won't say every show because it does take us some time to get all that stuff. And just so you know, Pro Uniforms, we don't need you. We don't care what you're working with. We already got a great manufacturer for uniforms. As always, the show is powered by PFA, Players Football Association, for the players, by the players. And don't forget to check out, as I said, Pro Uniforms, Trinity Trifecta, the official uniform provider of the PFA, as well as the official gear provider for the Rundown family of shows. Also, shout out to Goat Gear, the official sponsor of the Rundown Player of the Week for 2026 season. I will be sending that out to the owners and coaches on how that's going to work here soon. And check out Pick Six Photography, the official PFA photographer. Make sure you book Nia to mic you up at a game near you when she is there. And tonight on the show, we have Coach Kevin from the Illinois Cowboys and Coach Kevin from the Motor City Rams. We talk about some matchups coming up this weekend, the last week of preseason, of course. And we kick off the regular PFA season next week on May 2nd. That's Saturday, May 2nd. All the regular games will be kicking off on that day. But we have some matchups coming up this weekend. Motor City Rams versus Illinois Cowboy, obviously. The Battle of I-75 between Flint Fury and the Tri-City Stampede. And Lima Warriors versus Canton Hurricanes. And as far as I know, FCP versus Stark County Wolfpack. Got some incoming breaking news on that we'll talk about later. Yeah. Remember to like and subscribe to the stream. We will be live on Facebook and YouTube as always. And don't forget to check out the Rundown on the road as we bring you games of the week to a field near you. And YouTube will be the only place that you can find those to watch those games. So make sure you're subscribed to YouTube so you get the notifications that we're going live. You're watching episode 56 of the Rundown, so stay right there. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. Welcome back to episode 56 of the Rundown. Still waiting on our guests to show up. I apologize for the lateness. Not sure where they're at. I know they are at practice. But how's the chat going? Besides pro uniforms, I hope you got the hell out of my chat, off my live. Reese Love, I see you in there. If you're in the chat, shout out to you guys in the chat. Waiting on Chris to let me know if the coaches are going to be on or not. So if you're watching, Chris, well, we're gonna skip around. We're gonna jump around here. We're gonna see if we can save this episode. Let's see. We'll talk about some games. We got the Lima Warriors versus the Hurricanes coming up this weekend, and we know that Lima and GCT went head-to-head last week, and it was a back-and-forth game until the last 4 minutes. Not sure what happened. Lima broke down, and GCT overcame them and was too much for them, so they ended up taking the win. Great game. But Lima's looking to get some momentum going into the season, taking on the Canton Hurricanes in a rematch of 2025. Last year, they beat them 34-0. I think it's going to be the same results. I think Lima's going to be too much for them with just their offense and their defense. You got Ethan Missamore. You got Yates, the quarterback. You got several others that are on Lima's offense and defensive line, of course, that are going to be way too much for Canton, I think. So that I see them coming out with a win to start the season and going 1-1 in preseason, which is it's not a bad start. Not perfect, but it's not a bad start. So that being said, I think Lima wins big against the Hurricanes and gets back in the win column this week. I don't think we had a flyer for the Bills because we don't. I apologize for that. I had to get our technical advisor, Mr. David Cousins, to get into my computer and update a bunch of stuff because I've been slacking at that. So I appreciate him spending half of his day helping me out, getting that back up to speed so we can have this show running like a well-oiled machine, which tonight it's not because we're missing our host, our co-host, and our backup co-host, and our guest. So, again, I apologize. And it figures that it would only happen to me that no one shows up to help me out. Chris has an excuse. Both Chris's have an excuse. Oh, hey, look, I think Duncan has finally showed up. There he is. Oh, wait, whoops, my bad. There he is, the man, the myth, the late legend, Commissioner.
I'm about to be in the car with it tight.
That's okay. I didn't know where you were, man. You're in
I kind of been shaking and moving down here, man. You know how it go.
Well, I was running late because Chris's brother had to get into my computer and update everything that I haven't updated in the last 6 months. So he was in it. I didn't think I was going to get it back. He was doing all kinds of stuff to it. But as I was going to say at the beginning of the show, Commissioner Duncan's filling in for Chris Cousins tonight. Welcome to the show, Commish. Glad to have you. Appreciate you coming in and filling in for us. Our guests aren't here, so we kind of skipped over some stuff. We were talking about the games for this weekend, Lima versus Canton. I gave my thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts of what you think about this game.
Listen, man. Last year, these two teams met up, right? For a trophy at that. Canton Classic. Lima traveled out there, had a good 40 plus, put a spanking on them boys.
34-0 was the score. Yep.
I'm talking
34-0.
You hear me? Listen, Lima is even better this year. And now they got to come to Lima crib. Listen, no matter what y'all say, Lima ain't easy to beat at the crib. And if you come there lollygagging, especially with the new team, the coaches, the staff, it's a wrap for you.
I mean, we talked about last week how they went back and forth with GCT. Great game. Both teams were battling, and GCT pulled it out in the last couple minutes of the game. I mean, up until like the 4 minute mark of the fourth quarter, it was back and forth, a 2 point game. But like I said, I don't think that's going to happen to Lima this week. I think they're going to come out with a big victory and go into the regular season rolling, man.
Look, both teams knocking dust off, right? Glass City ain't played since January. And shout out to Glass City, man. Shout out to Robert Henderson over there, doing great things in the city and the community. For the last 10 years, I think we wanna honor the fact that
hell yeah,
he been in business for 10 years. That's not easy to do, especially low key on your own dime. You feel me? He ain't out here hustling and doing nothing to take nobody money to do it. He doing it on his own dime. So, shout out to him. They played a team really shouldn't have been playing, not because the team was better than them, but they shouldn't have been playing a team from the spring, So, but they put up, I think, like 38 on them. To this day, that team like 5-0 right now. I think only one team put up 8 points on them. I think they did a combined like 130 plus points on them. So,
yeah, they're killing it down in Florida.
Yeah, so you got to understand, like, they knocked off some cobwebs, both teams. Lima, get on y'all tackling. Y'all need to learn how to tackle. Y'all play a physical sport. Y'all play a sport that requires to get your nose dirty. You got to get in there. You got to shoot gaps. You can't wait for nobody to come to you with a whole full head of steam. I don't care if you getting blocked. Get that man up off you. Be a man. You feel me? Like, all that, I was being blocked, or, oh, man, the hole opened up, man. Hey, Lima, I'm challenging y'all to be football players, not people who play football. You feel me? That's my gripe right now. If I had to say anything against my own team, y'all out there looking a little soft. Y'all putting up a couple points, right? Y'all left some points on the field. Y'all looking a little shaky out there. You feel me? Y'all got the Bambi legs. I need y'all to go out there and play some real football. So that's to them. Shout out to Canton Hurricanes. Shout out to Tri-Point. Shout out to Kurt over there at Tri-Point, man, doing his thing. Canton been around for a long time, too. The Hurricanes been around back when I first started in 2009. Like, they've been around for a grip. Yeah, the Canton Hurricanes, man, Ron, a good dude, man. I think everybody at some point got they ups and they downs, but Ron trying to turn it around, and I pray for his success in over there at Tri-Point too, man. So hopefully he show up with some great numbers, some great uniforms, and we can go from there for real.
The next game, Dunk, is the Michigan Bills versus the Michigan Warriors. I couldn't find a graphic for this one, but Michigan Bills took on a 2A team last week in FCP, and everybody's talking how FCP shouldn't be a 2A team. They need to be a 3A team. But Bills took a tough loss, man, and I'm going to have to say it was kind of an ass whooping. And shout out to FCP for bringing the heat to them, man. I mean it. But they take on the Michigan Warriors this week, and I don't really know a lot about them. I know they're from the GMFC, and I know they've been around for a while, and I know they used to be called the Albion Warriors, which is in my backyard, 15 minutes from where I'm at, and this game's not at their home. It's in Detroit where the Bills play. So, but I mean, I think the Bills come back this week and get back in the win column as well. What do you think?
Hear me out on this, and this is me being real because I know football, right? Shout out to the Bills, Shout out to Flat City, shout out to my franchises, man. Hell of a game. They wanted it. We was in a meeting. They said, "Yo, we want to wreck with each other, Dunk. I ain't never even played them before." This Mikey. Shout out to Mikey. And Aaron. People be thinking Aaron be like trying to duck smoke, but he's literally played damn near every powerhouse in this portion of the region in the Midwest. You feel me? So you know, shout out to Aaron and everything he got going on with that. But in reality, though, the Michigan Warriors, man, you can change the name. It's the same to me. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've watched them play a few times, and I ain't gonna hold no punches. They not like that. That's a get back game in my mind. I feel like the Bills, and I want to say this real quick. Can't judge the Bills off of one game, bro. Like, they also knocking the cobwebs off. Flag City came into that with already a game on a dub under their belt. You feel me?
Right.
Like, they got some pieces working over there. And with everybody, you know, after talking to Aaron got like 30 players, 35 players. So it's a lot of people going both ways. So you gotta realize a lot of the athletes is happy. They communicate them. They got reports with one another. So it was just different. With the Bills, they ain't had a quarterback. They had a quarterback issue.
Right.
You know, but the one thing I will say from both teams that they told me is, man, it was a hard-hitting game. Like, both
it
teams
looked like a hard-hitting
doing their thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, it just, you know our motto: score more. You know what I mean? One team scored more. That's all. You know, as far as the Bills and the Michigan Warriors, I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, the Bills got to run. They gonna run off with this one. They got to. They ain't got no choice. They got to. Ain't no way.
You can't go 0-2.
You can't lose to the Michigan Warriors, bro. Hey, listen.
You can't go 0-2 in preseason either.
Any PFA team lose to the Michigan Warriors, man. What? Hey, man, stop it, bro. All my heart. Oh man, I'll feel some type of way. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll feel some type of way.
Next up, now, again, I couldn't find a graphic on this, and maybe Chris had it. I just was running late. I had a busy day at work, so I was running behind. Grand Rapids Surge versus Chicago Falcons. Sorry. This will be the Surge's first real preseason game because the other ones got canceled. I don't know how much about what the Surge is looking like. Oh, timeout.
That game ain't even happening, bro.
What?
I got word today, bro. The Falcons ain't coming.
Man. Hang on, let me find it. Nope. I gotta label my soundboard. I just forgot.
It's OVA, my baby. It's OVA.
Man. Well, man, the Grand Rapids Surge is having a tough time in preseason getting games. You got people don't want to travel and blah 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 wah wah. You know that's crazy.
Big ups to the Surge. They've been around 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Been in nationals and got a league up under their belt. You know, and I've actually got a chance to see the Surge in person. They not bad, bro. They actually when they all together and they functioning together and they not doing all that crying and talking crazy on the sideline and they locked in, they really a force though, for real. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they really a force though, man. You know, Rondo over there doing some great things. Rudy over there doing some great things, man. Shout out to them for real. Cause I learned something new yesterday. The city of Grand Rapids is the second largest metropolitan city in the entire state of Michigan.
Makes sense.
That's major.
Sense.
You know what I'm saying? The first, of course, we know is Detroit.
Yeah.
So there's really no reason for you to not have a dog team from that city. You know what I mean? So
right.
That's just my thoughts, though. You feel me? But yeah, that game not happening, my boy.
Well, we might as well just get on to this one because I don't know if you saw the question in the group chat for the PFA.
I can't see nothing.
No, earlier when I think it was Javon or somebody from the Phantoms asked about it. Flag City versus Stark County. What the rumor is, Stark County couldn't find a field and the game's been canceled. So I don't know if you had word of that or you know anything about that, but we couldn't figure out what was going to happen prior to the show starting. Flag City versus Stark County Wolfpack.
All right, so boom, this the T, right? This the T. None of my teams playing at no public park with no lines, no benches, no scoreboard, no referees. We not doing that. Ain't we not agreeing to not kick the ball? We not agreeing not to have a punt. We not agreeing to do none of that corny ass stuff, bro.
What
We
the hell?
not doing that.
That was what they wanted.
Let me say this to y'all so y'all understand. Man, this is the Flag City Phantoms, bro. I just dropped a history a few months ago, bro. This team been around since 2023, bro. I want y'all to understand something. 2023, they got 6 championships. The only one that just keep getting away from them is the leadership. And they done been to it 2 years in a row, bro. And it ain't no soft schedule or they just had a cakewalk. None of that, bro. But we not about to go and play you and bring a team of that stature with grind hard performance uniforms, helmets painted on point, face mask on point, decals on point. I'm talking, I got my franchises looking like professional teams, bro. It's a standard. It's a requirement for me to come and play in somebody's backyard. We're not doing that, my baby. That's slow.
We're looking like a pro team.
We waiting on confirmation for a field.
They might as well just pack up and retire for the season if they're going to be playing at a damn school public park. That's some crazy shit. We ain't
doing that, bro.
Wow.
We ain't doing that, bro.
Yeah, like you said, man, you got the franchises looking like professionals. The website has graphics looking like player cards for the headshots. And yeah, go back to whatever. Yeah, on to the next one. On to the next one.
Let me say this real quick to you, Packies. Y'all gotta stop inboxing me, stop emailing me, stop texting and calling my phone. Stop.
Are you talking about the
WhatsApp? Leave me alone on Facebook.
Pro uniforms.
Leave me alone on TikTok. Bro.
I already cut that dude out the show before you got on. I said, get the hell out. Yeah.
I'm not on it, man.
Get out, Pro uniforms. We don't fucking care. Get out. And this is not really a kid show, but I might cuss every once in a while because that guy was aggravating me. But anyways, on to the last game, which we know is happening. It's the Battle of I-75, the PFA's Flint Fury versus Tri-City Stampede. I talked to Coach Lawler the other night, and he said the series is 2-1 Stampede, so the Fury is looking to get that second win from them and even that series up and bring back the trophy back to Flint. Definitely, I hope they can do. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about the Tri-City Stampede. I know they've been around a couple years, but I'm taking the home team. You know, Fury's going to bring it home.
Okay. I'm familiar with the Stampede, Barry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm familiar with the Stampede. You know, I lock in with them. They filled a couple gaps for us last year. I also believe that they won the MFL last year. I also know that, you know, they got a really good owner. I rock with him heavy.
Okay.
I feel like this is something that Flint really got to dig deep. I don't know what happened last week with that last game, but we got to figure something out with that for the most part, because I'm going to roll with Fury. Of course, naturally, right? I got to roll with the Fury. You feel me? But that's just where it's at. But I mean, we got to dub back from that 30-8 loss. You feel me?
Right. I think they're gonna come back and get a good win and get some momentum, like, you know, going into the start of the season. So I don't even understand what Myers Hurts talking about. He said, "Bro, a snitch," and I said, "Who?" And he said, "Black folks." I don't even know. Like,
I can't stand y'all people, bro.
I don't even know.
The worst thing they could have did was give y'all access to this blue app, man, because y'all just be saying whatever, whenever, however.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. I don't even know. But what's up, Ethan? Mr. Moore, the reigning 2A.
I can't even see the comments no more. My comments ain't even popping up no more.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm all the way down. I might be too far down. Let me see.
Ethan Missamore was the last one I see.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, I can see it. All right, I was on the back way.
Jonathan Block. We kind of talked about the Canes versus Lima.
Sterling.
I mean, I think the Lima's going to come out with the win. They beat them last year, 34-0. Of course, last year. This year is the new year. But I'm like I said, and I'll say it again. I'm riding with Lima all season long, ride or die. I will keep choosing them each week because I said it already. So I'm not taking my word back. So I'm riding with Lima on this one, of course, because they're PFA. But of course, otherwise, because I'm just a fan, so I'm going to ride with Lima all season long, and I think they got it in them, man. Let's see.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I'm
Guests
rocking
are.
with Lima. I'm rocking with Lima for sure.
I don't know where our guests are. They're not here yet, so they might have got held up at practice or something. So show might be shorter than normal.
Any update on Player of the Year, MVP, and All Pro awards from the last 2 years?
Takari, if you hadn't watched last week's show, we showed the awards from 2025. 2024, I can't say that we're going to get those awards because that was kind of a not out of our control. But we are having them for 2025. If you want, I'll print you out a certificate for 2024. I mean, give you something at least. But the awards for 2025 awards will be here soon, and I'll be making my way to distribute them to the teams that have to the teams so as best I can, as fast as I can. So I'll probably try to hit up. I know the Rams had a lot of awards. The Ravens had a lot of awards. Lima had some. FCP had some. So it may take me a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to get out and get them to you guys, but I plan on getting them. And the ones that aren't in the PFA anymore, we'll ship them to you.
It wasn't 24 is no physical award. It's gonna be what you get, right? 25, the awards have been ordered. When they get there, you'll get them. You feel me?
Oh, Coach Kevin's on. So let's see.
In the meantime, keep playing ball, stay focused, and we're gonna handle what we need to handle.
Yeah. We worked. Chris and I worked hard to get the ones for 2025.
It's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work. You feel me? It ain't just, give me an award. That ain't how this works. You feel me? It's a lot of work behind the scenes, a lot of stats that got to be counted. We got to get things turned in. The franchises got to do what they do so that we can do what we do. It's that simple.
Yep. And they're coming. They'll be here soon. I think Coach Kevin, I'm not sure which one it is. Cowboys Kevin, shake your head yes if you can hear me. Okay. All right, let me go back. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back with Coach Kevin of the Illinois Cowboys joins us on after the break. We'll be right back after this. Time to pay some bills.
Soprano. Oh, you hate me? Hate you too, little boy, better not tell Bono. I'm him, I know. HBO Soprano. Oh, you hate me? Hate you too, little boy, better not tell Bono. You need a band, I need respect. Hate when I see what they do for a check. Lately I know when they fumble or crumble, admit that it's hard and I look at a wreck. I just neglect people that saying they be on my radar that really expect. Put down my
And welcome back to episode 56 of the Rundown with guest host Commissioner Duncan, joining us. Or he was joining us. Now his screen's black, but I'm sure he's still there. You there, Dunk? Where'd you go? Hello. I think we might have lost him. We might have lost him. But I digress. We'll move on until he comes back. I don't know if he has to jump back in. But joining us now is the coach of the Illinois Cowboys, who will make his way to Detroit this weekend to take on the Motor City Rams. Let's welcome Coach Kevin to the show. Coach Kev, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. I don't know what
Hey,
happened.
you got it wrong. It's not Illinois Cowboys. It's
No,
MCR.
I said
the MCR boys, the Bell gang.
I said if it's Illinois Cowboy, Kevin, shake your head, and you shook your head.
No, I was shaking it. No, you good? You good?
Okay.
How do I turn this camera around?
There should be a flip button on it, like a little arrow, like an arrow with a circle thing on it. Have one of your players show you.
Let me see. Which one I trust? Honcho, smart. Honcho.
I don't know if I trust Honcho. I don't know if I trust Honcho.
Flip it around to where it's facing us. How can I flip the screen where it's facing us? I don't know. It's at the link they send you to be on the thing. CJ, you know how to turn this camera around?
There should be.
You know how to turn the camera on? Trying to get y'all interview for the game. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. Here. Let me tell him. Go. Hey, I'm gonna let you holler at our guy CJ and let him go ahead and handle it down while we coach at practice. That's cool with you?
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Hold on 1 second. Let me give him the mic. There you go. Hey. Your interview on.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, Coach Kevin Brown has practice, so we're going to let CJ talk to us. CJ,
You know how we did?
Did you play for the Rams last year?
Yeah, I'm number 12. So,
Okay. I haven't seen you guys in person much, so it takes me a while to remember your faces. Last season didn't. Let's jump right into it because I know you're at practice. Last season didn't end the way you wanted, and you didn't get the chance to defend your title. What were the real changes you made this offseason to make sure that doesn't happen again?
we hungry again. We got too comfortable. We did that to the Ravens. We thought that shit was over. We felt satisfied. Then we started off. We went undefeated whole season. You feel me? We thought our shit ain't stink.
Right.
So we know not to do that shit again. That shit ain't gonna never happen.
So this weekend coming up, you got another statement game against a team that, like you, believes it belongs to the top. What's the difference between a team that thinks it's elite and one that proves it on the field?
When you see, I don't know if y'all seen all like the inside the lines little post. I don't know if y'all be that tapped in or whatever, but you see all that woofing they doing under there, all that fake talking.
Yeah, we see it. Yeah, we see it.
We don't do that shit. You feel me? We did that last year, like I said. Like we was doing a little too much talk, bro. We locked in. You gonna see? We ain't talking this shit, bro. We ain't really on the board. Might like a comment, say a little something, but we ain't on that. Y'all know what we do. Everybody know what we do. So it's no point to talk. They gonna see this shit Saturday.
Right. So what should people expect, and what do you want them to feel when they watch your offense this season?
Explosiveness for sure. It's always been that. Explosiveness ain't nothing changed over here. Expect a lot of points. Shit, we can't really be fucked with for real. Y'all see this shit. Y'all know we can't be fucked with. They got the best receivers.
Right.
But we gonna show that shit.
Oh, well, let's be real for a second. What does a win this weekend say about MCR right now? And if it goes the other way, what questions does that raise?
I ain't even gonna, react to that second part of that question you asked. We don't even think like that.
Okay. Every strong team has an identity. What's the message being repeated in that locker room this year? And how is the group mentality different from
what people
last
think
season?
it is? Yeah, I see people talk about, they might think the Ravens stuff a fluke. And, these niggas, bro, the Cowboys, we have never been worried or never even looked at them as, No, a threat. We never looked at them as a threat. So this win just gonna really shut everybody up and let them know that this shit real. Like this shit ain't nothing that play.
I know you're at practice. So finally, what do you feel like this team is most dangerous?
Sorry, it went in and out. Can't hear you.
I said I know you're at practice. So the last question is going to be, where do you feel this team is most dangerous right now, and where are you still not satisfied? And I think he froze up on us. And we're having freezing up issues. You keep popping in and out, Dunk, and now he's there he goes. There he goes. Did you?
There you go.
No,
I didn't hear you said where this team is most dangerous. Where
do you feel this team is most dangerous right now, and where are you still not satisfied at?
Most dangerous. I mean, man, we already had some pits. We really just added some more pits on the off season, so we really got to everything that we felt we need. You feel me? We got some pits there, so I mean, we look good. I'm confident we dangerous all around. You don't want to play with this shit for real. You're gonna see what the real build is. But as far as we locked in. I ain't gonna lie, we there. You just gotta see Saturday. I mean, we're gonna go from there. We don't know if we really there come this Saturday, but I feel like we there.
We're definitely going to be watching Saturday, CJ, and pretty much thank you so much for jumping on for Coach Kev while he's coaching practice, and I'll let you get back to it, man, and get prepped for that game, and best of luck on Saturday, and bring that win home, buddy.
Yes, sir, man. It's on.
Have a great one.
You too.
That was CJ, number 12 from the Motor City Rams, filling in for Coach Kevin. While he's coaching practice. Going to be a big game, Don. Going to be a big game. Coach Kevin from the Illinois Cowboys has not showed up.
Big up the Dunks. Big up the Dunks, man, for setting that game up, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me get a couple flowers while I'm alive and I can still smell them.
Right. Applaud to Commissioner Duncan for setting that game up and two teams taking it and not dodging smoke, as we like to say.
And big up to my Arnold Riggs, man. Shout out to over there with the Cowboys, man. Been around 15 years. I want to say, 15 years. 3 consecutive national championships, 3 consecutive league championships, 2 different league championships out of the 3. You know what I mean? They done played a team from Texas. I think Texas again. Yep, Texas Red Raiders, Texas Colts. And then they beat the Joplin Crusaders out of what's that, Oklahoma, or is that
Missouri.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Joplin's in Missouri. Yeah.
Man, shout out to the ain't nothing but love and respect, man.
Definitely. Somebody asked if the game will be streamed, and yes, I just posted that in the chat. It will be streamed. All PFA teams are required to stream their games, no matter if they're home or away. That way, there is 2 views of the game, and if something happens that needs to be reviewed by the front office, we can take a look at it and get all angles as best we can and see what happened and go from there. But yes, the games will be streamed. If it's PFA teams, mandatory, or it's a $300 fine because don't play. And remember, stats need to be turned in starting the beginning of the season. I'm being nice about the preseason. If they don't get turned in, they don't get turned in. But stats are required as well during the regular season. Streaming is required by both teams if you're playing another PFA team. If you're away and you're playing a non-league team, then you're still required to stream. If they stream, that's on them. But yeah, all games will be streamed live on Facebook. So Drew Mitchum, my son Drew Mitchum, in the chat, that will be on Facebook on the Motor City Rams page if you want to tune in and watch that game. Unfortunately, Chris and I won't be able to make it to the game. Our plan was to go, but we won't be able to this week. But we will be coming to a game near you for Game of the Week. Rundown on the road. And remember, Rundown is powered by the Players Football Association, for the players, by the players. And check out Trinity Trifecta, the official uniform provider of the PFA and the teams, as well as the Rundown family of shows. And check out Goat Gear, our official Player of the Week sponsor for 2026. And Pick Six Photography. Make sure you book Nia and get mic'd up at a game where she's at, where you're at. So it's well worth the price. Don't be cheap. Pay the woman. She does great work, great pictures, great video. And make sure that you're booking her as soon as possible if you know she's going to be at a game. So, but I don't know if the other guest is going to show up, Dunk. So I think that's going to be a wrap.
Who the other guest?
Coach Kevin from the Cowboys. I haven't seen. He hasn't popped on. He's not in the green room.
Man,
So
he ain't show up. It's crazy. Hey, somebody tag Kev,
normally,
man. Tag Kev.
yes, last year he did. So I had questions for him and
Man,
everything.
he's supposed to be on here, man.
He's at practice too, so he
Supposed to be
might
on here,
be
man.
held
He's
up
supposed to be on here, man.
held up at practice. We can take another commercial break and kind of give him some time to. Somebody just tagged him, so we'll see. Let's go to.
Yeah, we got more minutes.
Yeah, it's only 7:50. Yeah, it's only 7:50. We weren't going to have him on long anyways because he's at practice, so we can get him. If we can jump on, we can get him in and out. But we're going to take a quick break and see if Coach Kevin from the Illinois Cowboys can jump on. If not, we understand. I know he's at practice, so we're going to take a break and we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to episode 56. I think Duncan got booted again somehow, or he's back. Let's see. Oh, he's in and out. Now he's back. Right in his Batmobile. Can't hardly see him in that dark wing car he drives, and it sounds like a hot rod when he's doing 90 down the interstate in Miami.
Yeah.
Welcome back to episode 56. I am Director of Media Development, Brian Mitchum, and filling in for Chris Cousins, Director of Podcasting, is Commissioner David Duncan. If you missed the show, you missed recaps of some of the games we had last week, some previews of the games this week. You missed CJ from the Motor City Rams talking to us about the upcoming matchup Saturday versus the Illinois Cowboys. Coach Kevin from the Illinois Cowboys was supposed to be here, but he has not been here. And I'm sure he's busy because he's probably at practice. So I know, thank you, Ace Morant and Mr. Gary Young of the Racine Raiders for tagging him and trying to get his attention. But like I said, we know he's at practice. So if he can't make it, we'll catch him on the flip side and get him on. Always get him on again sometime. He's a friend of the show, been on a few times, so we always enjoy talking to him. But yeah, man, Dunk, you got anything to say before we close the show and go through this last week of preseason? If you don't freeze up again, and I think you did. Dang it. Not sure. I think you froze up, dude. But we'll see. Yep, you froze. You're frozen. I better get better reception, better Wi-Fi in that bat car of yours. You can still hear me, I bet. Can you still hear me? You're sideways. Anyways, like I said, I am Brian Mitchum, Director of Media Development. Filling in for us was Commissioner David Duncan. We'll be back next week on Thursday. Oh, wait. There he is. Oh, no. Where'd he go? Dang it. Coach Kevin, can you hear me? Coach Kevin was on, and then now he's not there, but it looks like he's still on. I don't know if we're having signal issues with cell phones for some reason today. I'm not sure what's going on. I apologize if it's something on my end. I don't think it is. I got good Wi-Fi. I got good signal. So not sure what's going on. We'll give Coach Kevin nope, he jumped off. Let's see if he jumps back in. There he goes. Let's see. Coach, you there? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Coach, can you hear me? Give him a second, see if he can get in there. Let me see if the chat says. He dropped. Duncan dropped. All right, let's try it again. I see him in the green room. I see his face. Let's see. There he is, Coach Kevin. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for showing up. I know you're busy. I know you're a busy man. So I got my questions here.
Okay.
So we'll get you in and out. I promise.
Okay.
In and out. I know you're busy. You can't let those players practice by themselves too long, man. They probably won't. You know.
You know how it goes.
It's like dealing with young kids sometimes, right?
Yeah, it can be.
Coach, we'll jump right into it. Duncan was filling in for Chris Cousins. He's in the hospital recovering from something. I don't know if he talked to you, but
Prayers to him, man.
Yeah, definitely prayers to him so he gets well soon and have him back on the show hopefully by next week. But we'll jump right into it. Coach, you've already been 2-0 against the PFA teams. What is it about your program that shows up differently when the lights are the brightest?
I mean, honestly, the PFA is a good league. It's a great league. But that's the same way we look at our league as a great league.
Yeah, of course.
We just treat every game like it's the same game. We don't play against the names on the back of the jerseys. We play against the name on the front of the jerseys.
Very well said, sir. Very well said. You and MCR mirror each other in style and toughness. So in a matchup like this, what does a win actually prove about your program moving forward?
I think it just shows the growth of both teams. You know what I'm saying? Like a win like this, when a game like this early in the season, there's not a lot of teams that are even scheduled a game like this early in the season.
You're right.
I feel like the Illinois Cowboys. We've scheduled some tough games. We've took tough games of like early in the season, and it don't be mattering to us as long as we just want a good competition. And it don't get no better than the Rams. It don't get no better than that.
That's right. You guys took the game with no hesitation, and a lot of
For sure.
teams we tried to get them to take them, and they backed away. So there's always a debate at the top. So if you're talking to the voters right now, why should Illinois Cowboys be ranked number one over teams like Detroit and Brooklyn?
Well, honestly, man, I leave that to everybody else. I don't. We don't care about rankings. We don't care about um, people opinions, because at the end of the day, that's all this come down to is people opinion. And then, and one person opinion, they think you number one, and another person opinion,
Right,
they think you number seven or four. You know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying? You know, them opinions don't really mean nothing to us. You know, at the end of the day, we gotta go out there and play. The last 3 years in a row, we won championships, and we haven't been undefeated in any of those seasons. So that shows the toughness of our team, the mentality of our team. We not like a lot of teams who lose a game or something, and then their team start vanishing and people start leaving because things ain't going right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
right,
like
right.
that. I can tell you one thing about the Illinois Cowboys: you better wear your hard hat, because it's gonna be a tough one.
Yep, yep. It's still recruiting season, so for our players watching, what makes your program the place to be, and why should they choose to become a Cowboy?
Because it's more than football over here. It's not just about football. It's about family. We
Okay,
don't we not we don't have a football team. We have a program. We have an organization. You know what I'm saying? And
okay,
if you play somewhere for real, then you know it's a difference. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
right,
like a team like Racine, a team like the Ravens. Those are organizations. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Those
yeah.
are, we got guys just as well as them, going overseas playing football, and we got guys going to college and playing football and things of that nature. And we do this just so we can get guys out the hood, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
Get
right,
them out
right.
of semi-pro and try to get them the opportunity to, showcase their talents on different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Shout out to my boy Sims with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? He's doing amazing things. I see what he's doing with his team. He implementing some. You know what I'm saying? He getting some of my guys in the mix too, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Sims always been cool, always been tight. You know what I'm saying? So
He does a hell of a job over there as well as you do over in Illinois. Last one,
appreciate
Coach.
it.
I know you're busy. What kind of statement are you expecting to your team to make this weekend?
I mean, so we just gonna go out there and play cowboy football. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Okay.
let everybody talk on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because a football game is never won on the internet by talking. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Uh, I ain't never seen a person win a championship week one either. So you know what I'm saying? We
right,
just
right.
come out there. It's his first game of the season. We just want to come out there and make as least mistakes as possible. Play sound, discipline, physical football, and we think we'll be all right.
Awesome, Coach. Well, we appreciate you jumping on as always. You've been a friend of the show. You're welcome anytime you want to be on the show. You just let us know. We'll
Yes,
be
sir.
glad to have you. You're doing great work over there at the Cowboys organization. Keep it up, and best of
Appreciate
luck.
it.
Best of luck this weekend, and safe travels, my guy.
Yes, sir. Cowboy football.
You have a great night.
Yes, sir. You as well.
All right, you too.
All right.
That was Coach Kevin of the Illinois Cowboys. We had thank you to our guests as always, Coach Kevin of the Motor City Rams, Coach Kevin of the Dallas Cowboys, Commissioner Duncan for filling in half the show. We appreciate that. And as always, I'm Brian Mitchum, Director of Media Development. For my co-host Chris Cousins, Director of Podcasting. Same time next week, 7 p.m. live on YouTube and Facebook. Be there, subscribe, like the channel, catch us if you can. We'll see you next time.